All right, guys, I want to talk to you about the PS3 system today. So that's the whole foundation that all Planet Marketing was founded on. I'm going to show you our tools, some things you can use, and honestly, if you use this system, you will be able to duplicate. So PS3, P stands for peak. So really, that is just getting somebody interested in your business. So if you're doing any sort of attraction marketing, if you're posting about where you're working that day, if you're posting about somebody who just maybe ranked up, a quote you did, anything that has to do anything with your travel business, that is piquing interest. You can also pique interest in groups if you're saying like, I'm going on vacation. What's your favorite type of souvenir to get? No, I don't need your help. I'm a travel agent. What kind of souvenirs should my family start collecting as we travel more? Somebody would be like, wait, you're a travel agent? I want information about that. If you're looking to pique interest in person, that's easy too. You can do things like are you guys going anywhere on vacation for Christmas this year? Or you can say something like, I'm looking to buy new swimsuits for my kids, maybe from the clothing aisle. Did you know that the neon swimsuits are easier to see in the beach? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, I actually did hear that. Yeah, I'm a travel agent, so I'm trying to learn all these tips and tricks. Just simple conversations. I will say, if you work within your warm market, it is absolutely the easiest. Warm market is just people you know. It could be your bus driver for your kids. It could be your favorite waitress that you see. It could be people on Facebook you've been friends with for 10 years. Basically, you're just trying to get the information out there. We do have some peak interest videos. Let me share my screen with you. I want to show you some peak interest video or some peak interest things in general, so that way you know exactly uh, things within our tools that we have as a team. So here, I'm gonna pull this up. Maybe eventually I'm gonna pull this up and show you boards. So if you don't have our team boards, please do ask for it. You should have gotten it in the welcome letter. Our team boards, there's a lot of different ways you can pique interest. Um, and intentionally. So your social media, your attraction marketing, that's always peaking. But on a smaller scale, we do have peak from the company, ITA, peak rep from the company. We also have these 1 minute reels somewhere right here, 1 minute reels that you can post and use. We also have a lot of the content calendar. Most of the content calendar is just used as peak interest. It's just like ideas of things to post. It gives you some samples of things. We also put the ways for you to schedule your posts in there. And then you also can post, let's see, that's like pretty much the bulk of it for peak interest. Now, let's keep going forward. It's really just kind of getting somebody into the idea of your business, travel, all those kind of things. Even something as simple as like, did you know I have, 8 streams of income? Like crazy things you can say, and people are very like, what are you talking about? Just to get them interested. It's really just being interesting, getting interest in what you're doing. Okay, so peak. Now the next thing is PS. S is show the product. This is one of the most important things you can do, and we do have a lot of ways you can do this. So pay attention, people. We're gonna keep going. The very first way is you can prospect through videos. So you can send them to our Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday night video. Hopefully this video is current, but right here, this is that Travel Smarter video. That's the one we're showing in there with the live Q&A. The link for registering them, getting their email and registering them is there. Travel Wealth does put on a full 1 hour in-depth presentation on Thursday nights in English. You can get that there. We do have, if for some reason they've already watched those videos, but they have so many questions and you cannot answer them, that is when you can privately share our 1 hour show and tell. But don't just jump to 1 hour. We do have a few others. We have the big picture. This is also available in your phone if you have the app. That will also keep track of who's watched it and how much of it they've watched. All these company videos do the same. This one is if you think they're just heavy into travel. This is James Ferreira talking all about travel. So we have a lot of ways in video form, in recorded and in person. We also have, you can prospect through PDF. This is like the full offer plan. This is the commission rates. This is a Q&A booklet. What all is included, compensation plan. This down here, this business, this is just for you to learn so you can answer questions better. But this is showing the plan. You're showing them exactly what they have. Those are kind of the best ways to do it. And then the next thing is PS3. Now, this three is the really important part here. Three is three-way, and then you can insert either three-way chat, three-way phone call, three-way video call. So any of those things they work. But let me explain what the purpose is. 70% more closure rate if you use a third party validation. Now, that's not third party, this person's smarter than me. Third party, they are higher ranked than me. Third party, they've sold more than me. It actually doesn't really have anything to do with that. It's third party validation, and it's validation for your prospect. So, for example, if I have a stay at home mom that I'm prospecting and I might work in the corporate world, I'm not going to, and I want to be able to have them hear the testimony of another person, then I'm going to bring in another stay-at-home mom on my team who's been successful and has knowledge that they can help answer. Yes, they do have to be knowledgeable. It can't just be your friend, just a random person on the team, a new person. It should be somebody who is knowledgeable so that they can answer the questions and so that they also can bond in the relationship. If I have somebody who's in finance, I'm going to try to bring in somebody else who's maybe in real estate, in corporate, who's an executive, so that they can have those conversations. That's why it's good to know your team. If you don't know somebody in that, you also can reach out to us and we can also show you as well. We also have some more options, again, in boards. Everything's always in boards. If you find something that you use all the time, it's not in boards, tell me, I'll put it in there. In testimonials, one great thing is the I Am Planet website. This website has a ton of different options for you to be, well, it one way, but it has a ton of different options for you to be able to share videos and testimonies there. We have some live reels. We also, though, within our Telegram, have a testimonials area that has 1 minute reels. And then pretty soon here, we'll also have, hopefully by the time this video comes out, a link that has tons of more travel, wealth testimonials. The great part about that is you can also use these at the beginning. So you can do where you're saying, hey, I would love for you to learn a little bit more about my product, my business. Can I enroll you for my call on Thursday? I know that you work in the military. And then they're like, yeah, no, that sounds good. And then right away you can be like, let me share a video with you actually of somebody who does work in the military, and I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you now. So you're not only sharing the link for the register for Thursday, but then you're sharing a testimony right then where they're getting the relationship and it's relating to them, and now they're even more excited to go watch the show part of it. And then at the end, you can do 70% more closure. You don't always need to move to the PS3 to the 3. You can try to close them yourself, but it does tremendously help when you bring somebody in. Now, oftentimes people wait too long to bring in that third party. You know, they're afraid to ask the question, or maybe they've already asked the question and they got a little pushback. And what I usually tell people is ask the question and bring in that third party when things are going good. You know, we want to make sure that we are going to pop the question when it's in the greatest part of your relationship, when you're ready to get engaged, when everything is great and going well, and not until those things are starting to crumble. We're going to ask them at the highlight, at the top part, and that's when we're also going to bring in that third party validation too. The way I want you to introduce this third party is I want you to praise the third party person coming in so that they have authority, so that the person should know them. And you can even ask like, "Hey, I know that you used to work in the corporate world. Can you tell me? I want to bring you into a three-way. Tell me a little bit about what I can say." And they might say something like, "Oh yeah, I used to be a corporate executive. Now I'm a stay-at-home mom of two, and I was able to find myself again through this business, use all the tools, and I was able to hit this many sales and this many ranks." So now when you're introducing to that person, you're going to say, "Hey, this is this person. They hit this rank and they have this many sales. And I feel like you guys, I just wanted to introduce you because I think that you're such a great candidate for our program. I wanted you to introduce you to this great person." So what you're doing then is you're introducing not only the authority, if you will, the third party in as somebody who should be trusted, as somebody who has experience, and as somebody who is relatable. But then you're also saying, this is my great prospect. Not everyone makes it to this stage. It's true. And I want you to understand how great they are. So that way, also, now we have this like, oh, like think about it as a job interview. You got moved to the other room, you got called back for that second interview. Like, that's what this step is. It actually has nothing to do with you, your knowledge, and all that. Like, it's not because you don't know enough, it's because we're going to close this person together. And now we're also bringing in community. We're showing them we work together. You might not even be financially tied. Most likely, you're probably not financially tied to this person. We're just working together because that's how we build strong communities and strong teams. PS3. Use it over and over and over. Get better at it. Practice it. Use boards. Use our tools and give it a try because I promise you it is 100% the way to go. Do not reinvent the wheel and try all these new crazy things. I did it. You can do it. You can make the mistakes I did and slow yourself down. You're welcome to do that. But if you want to learn from my mistakes and go fast as possible, this is the way to do it. PS3 100 times over. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.